Hello and welcome to Jill Cameron Creations. Today we are going to be using the Pug Life stamp set from the Hedgehog Hollow. It's so stinking cute. I actually had a pug growing up. Her name was China and she ate rocks. And no, I'm not kidding. Pugs will eat everything. Okay, so we're doing a 1-layer Copic colored card. I cut out some masks before I started filming, and these are really super simple images to cut out. So if you wanted to do even cut them out and like layer them and put foam tape behind them and that kind of thing, these images are so super simple and so super cute. And I'm just taking the masks themselves and deciding what order I want to put my little pugs in. And I decided that the base of it's going to be the one with the little cheeseburger, and that I wanted to kind of slide them up a little bit and have the pug that has his face buried in his bowl of food and slinging it everywhere on there too, but not as part of the stack of pugs. I'm doing a slimline card, and the measurement for my card panel is 8.5 by 3.5, and there's so many different measurements out there for slimline cards now. This is one that I know a lot of card makers are using. I will also use a 9 by 4.25 card base for slimline cards, and I actually have like some frames and stuff for digital cutters over on my website for that size. But I haven't used an 8.5 by 3.5 inch, and I wanted to see how I liked it, if I liked it. It does fit very nicely into the regular MISTI, which I did really like for the card panel here. And that's one reason why I did it, because I knew I was going to have to use my MISTI to be able to do this and make the card look really pretty. So I stamped these out in some Copic friendly ink, and the masking paper that I am using is the Avery repositionable labels. I get them ones that are in like the full sheet, and then I trim them down however I need them to be and cut them up. The pack is like 25 sheets of paper in there. The only caution that I have for you is that they are a little bit stickier on the back than regular masking paper is. So I do take my fingers and take some of the tack off of it, and be careful to let them dry before you do like any ink blending over them. Make sure that they're dry really well, or at least run like a cloth or something over it, because they're a little bit less porous than regular masking paper. So the ink, like if you're ink blending around the edges of it, it might bleed a little bit. So I do take a cloth and like will wipe it off before I ink blend, and that way I don't have to worry about my ink actually running into my background there. I am going to do some Copic coloring with this, and I'm going to play some music when I do that. I wanted to tell you a quick story about my pug China growing up. We got China when I was 17. She was a typical blonde with the little black face pug. And like I said, her name is China. And she, for some reason, my mother decided one day to give her Skittles. No idea why. Well, actually I do, because the dog would eat anything. And she was like, oh, let's see if she'll eat Skittles. Well, she would eat every single Skittle except for the green ones. She would not eat a green Skittle. You could give her a handful of Skittles and she was going to spit every single green one out. Don't ask me why it was Skittles, but she hated green Skittles. She would not eat a green Skittle. She was a little lump of a dog. She snorted and snotted and everything else that pugs do, and ate everything under the sun. She was a great dog. I really miss her. So I am going to, like I said, Copic color some different images here. I'm using the same basic colors for everything. I switch up some of the colors along the way. Pugs come in blonde and black, and so my dog with this face in the bowl is going to be a little black pug. And I use 100, and then so that it's a warm color, I use the W series for warm colors, and then on the shadows at the end I will use my cool C's there. I'm using a lot of E's on this. E29, E47, the E50 series, and the E30 series for the bread and for the food. For the food, I didn't color it in solid. Instead, I actually went with doing dots and stippling in there and added some solid background and then did dots on the inside of it to give it some texture. And I did not smooth that back out. It's that way it gives it texture and it looks like it's, you know, different kinds of food in the bowl. So that's the method to my madness there. And I'm just going to play a little bit of music while I Copic color so you can sit back and relax. And thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to head over to the Hedgehog Hollow and pick up your kit for the month of July that has the Pug Life. It has all of the little food punny things in it. So it's some sushi, and then it's like one that has different foods in it, like tacos. I love the taco punny food things. They are so cute. And I also have a link at the end of the video where I did the previous two, and they were like the food and the sushi. So check those out and see the different ways you can take care of doing some super cute cards. I love these cards. This month's stamp sets and stuff in the kit just absolutely tickled me and made me giggle the whole time I was doing this. So thanks again for joining me today. Don't forget to head over to the Hedgehog Hollow and pick up your kit. I'll put the links in the description below, as well as all the products that I used to create this card. And just sit back and enjoy some Copic coloring and relax for a little bit.